Welcome back to the family work. I was in such a hurry to get started today, I completely forgot to record anything. So I'm actually, I'd say at least halfway on today's project. Let me show you what we got. Alright, so this is the road that goes through the property. It's been here for years. And this is a low point right here. And just to the right in that brush is a spring. So all the water drains here, plus you got a spring constantly up flowing into this, and it just is stagnant. It sits here. Now there's a creek probably not even 100 feet that way. So what I'm trying to do is dig a ditch, and unfortunately I didn't bring my laser with me. I don't think we have much elevation to work with. And this holler gets kind of soft. So I took my time and was following what I guess the natural water line was over here, and cleared off a bunch of brush so I could see what I was doing. And then after I kind of made myself some access, probably not going to walk there because I've been making a muddy mess now. It was actually pretty dry, but the creek is right there, so I was able to get down to the creek. And then once I had a little pad here for me to work on, I was debating I was going to get down in there. Then I decided, you know what, I'm just going to come from the side and scoop it up. And I'm just sitting it on top here. I'm hoping it'll dry out and not create a problem, and drain maybe back down. And then we'll come back here after a couple weeks and repack it down a little bit so all the water coming from here doesn't get stuck here. We'll make it a slope so it'll drain into that. So I'm actually probably below grade of the creek. My thought process is, if this all fills up and it's kind of stagnant water on the bottom, if I'm too deep, at least the top will keep flowing. I did hit rock several places here, so, and you can see it's running pretty decent now. But hopefully by the end of this I'll be able to get that to drain some. If not, we're gonna have to go with plan B about maybe building the road up, putting a culvert in. One other option I was thinking of is coming up on the left hand side, and actually you can't see it and I'm not going down there right now because it's like a foot of water. There's like a natural drain coming from the hillside right in the middle of there, and that's between that and the spring is why it's filling up. But I was thinking if I push the road over 10 feet, we have higher elevation. Rather than trying to fill all this in, just bring the road up there, and then, but I'd have to figure out some type of culvert or something, and I'd have to dig into the hillside some. So I'm hoping the first thing we can do is drain this and get rid of some of this water. Then we can talk about maybe whether we should put aggregate in there, or maybe, I don't know, move the road over. I don't even use this road, it's for a neighbor, but it comes through our property, so we'll see. Take it one step at a time. Alright, I wasn't sure how it was going to work out, but I think I'm about a foot below the top of the water here, but that water is almost a foot deep, so I'm probably at the same level where I need to be. And obviously I have a low spot. Water was actually starting to backfill there, so it looks like for sure if this does drain, we're going to have standing water year round. But I don't know. I'm about to break this right here and drain this little ditch, connect those two, and then once I do that, I'm going to try to get the road drained, and then if I can get that down, I'll start trying to figure out what to do with that spring. At least try to clear it so I can find it without getting stuck. But I am below grade here. I don't know so much about up there. Alright, so I ended up cutting into the hillside a little bit here. One, that's higher ground, there's rock right there. Two, it gave me some of this sandy clay to kind of compact, because over here this side was just so soft it just kept collapsing. I was trying to dig the ditch a little further away from the road. This is, you can see kind of where water comes down from the hill It's not really running because we haven't had rain in a while. I'm probably going to have to end up putting a culvert right here, but it is draining a little bit. There's not as much standing water now. We'll hopefully let that dry up, and I'll probably come back here and get some more of this mud that fell back in, because I was hitting bottom most of the way there. But you can see it's slowly draining. I'll have to worry about the other side, and then that spring is right over there, just on the other side. I'm gonna have to dig that some, and I don't know, maybe I'll come up on this other side and clear this off and use some of that fill over here. I'm not quite sure, but we're gonna call it a day. We got water, standing water there, which that'll be good for that crayfish, and maybe we'll throw some minnows in there if it's year-round. But I'm happy. I think that's enough progress for one day. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.